The following program is rated A for
Awesome!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rusty and Billy's Wrestling Adventure. I'm Rusty. This is Billy. We're glad to be back. Got a lot going on this week. We're just going to kind of jump right in. We've been talking about the NXT call-ups the past couple weeks. And if you watch NXT, you'll notice that the main roster pretty much emptied the cupboard as far as like big time names in NXT. Which, let's clarify, that is the purpose of NXT, is to
Yes.
build these guys up, get them ready for the next level, and move them up and make room to create other stars.
That's why it's called NXT.
Exactly.
Next.
Exactly. And so it's not a bad thing. Like, we say that, it's kind of sad in the moment for the product, because it's like, okay, now we've got to kind of reinvest into some new people here. But that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great for the talent that's been in NXT and has gone up to the next level. And we'll get into those guys a little bit more. But Billy, tell us about what you saw in NXT this week.
I mean, first of all, we see this year after year. It's not sad. It is a tremendous thing. NXT gets refreshed pretty much on a yearly basis, and it's incredible. And that train keeps rolling, and it's never not been awesome. Yeah. So just a little bit before WrestleMania, we saw the Trick Williams and Javon Evans of the world come into the main roster. Obafemi as well, but after WrestleMania, it really ramped up. We saw Fatal Influence make their debut on SmackDown. We saw Ricky Saints made his debut this past Friday night on SmackDown against his buddy Cody Rhodes.
Looked great.
Blake Monroe was on her way to SmackDown. So basically, the top shelf of NXT of the last year or even maybe 6 months just got whooshed.
He didn't
Whooshed
even mention
onto
Ethan Page and Sol Ruka on.
there's so many. There
Yeah.
literally are so many. The entire top probably third of their roster just got whooshed to Raw and SmackDown since WrestleMania. Rightfully so. They're all incredible, and
I mean, all your NXT main eventers pretty much.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That being said, that leaves a lot of room in NXT right now for folks to step up, for folks to take places, for new talents that are waiting kind of in the shadows to make themselves known and seen. And if you watched NXT last week, the start of the show starts with Shawn Michaels, Matt Bloom, and Robert Stone in a room in the PC. And Shawn Michaels says, he gives two suggestions. I forget the first thing he said, but the second thing he said was, or we can throw a stick of dynamite in the locker room and see who comes out. They went with option 2, clearly. We saw Tristan Angels, who had been signed to Evolve, literally within the last month. I think he's had 1 or 2 appearances on Evolve total, and he showed up on NXT, made his presence felt. I can't remember if it was Miles Bourne or Tony D'Angelo that he stepped up to, but he's there. Speaking of Tony D'Angelo, a lot of impact was made on Tony D'Angelo for sure. After his match, we saw the debut of the man formerly known as Evil in New Japan show up. He's the one that gifted Tony that box that had that the Japanese gift. It was him, clearly. Now that's not going to be his name in NXT. They didn't call him by the name Evil. So he'll have a different name. We may find that out tonight as we're recording this. This is Tuesday night. Of course, this airs Wednesday night. But yeah, the rumors of that signing are obviously true. He's here. So we will not be disappointed with him. I assure you, if you've seen his work at all, top level signing right there. Big get. The guy formerly known as Evil from New Japan. Same segment. Tony D gets attacked by, I can't remember who he got attacked by, if it was a new face or somebody already there. But he got attacked, and then as soon as they're whisking away that person, some guy that looks like a fan comes into the ring and just hits a beautiful moonsault on Tony D. You get a quick shot of him, and then off he goes. That was not a fan. And I did not have a clue who that guy was. I thought it was a fan at first. Never seen this guy. John Cena knows who this guy is, apparently. It's a guy by the name of Will Cruz. I don't know if that's going to be his name in NXT. Didn't seem like they knew who he was. So, but his real name is Will Cruz. Basically, just the only thing that I've seen of him was last week. To me, he looks like if you put Dusty Rhodes and Ricochet together, you got Will Cruz. That's the only thing I can think of.
You know who he reminded me of?
What's that?
Back in the Attitude Era, I think it was an Attitude Era, when they would have the dude come in and he would strip and be wearing.
So that was in the Ruthless Aggression era. You're
Okay, yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
the
I can't remember his name, but
oh, I do.
that when I first saw the guy, that's who he reminded me of. Now, obviously, he wasn't quite as big as that guy was, but my first that just instantly it took me to that guy. I was like, oh my god, he looks just like that guy.
Yeah, OBDJ there. I don't want to say the full name because
No,
kids, in case kids are listening, I don't want parents to worry about what
no,
they're hearing from us or watching from us. Google it. You can go back and
yeah,
it's there.
you don't want to though. You
No,
don't want
it's
to.
not. I don't miss it.
No,
It was funny for the time, but I don't miss it.
yeah.
Nonetheless, yeah, kind of a similar build. Listen, you don't have to look like an action figure. You don't have to look like you just came off of a bodybuilding competition. Like I said, he reminds me if you put Dusty Rhodes and Ricochet together, you get this guy formerly known as Will Cruz. That may be his name now. It may not be. I don't know. We'll see. Literally, the first time I've ever seen this man was when he jumped into the ring. In the background, by the way, of the shot where they're taking away somebody else that I forgot it was. Um, but yeah. Oh, I think it was Keanu Carter. That I could be wrong. Never mind. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it, but I do know Keanu Carter stepped up to Tony D in the episode and just kind of eyeballed him. From there, we saw Mr. Iguana reunite with Lola Vice. They're the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions, so it was nice to see him show up unexpectedly on NXT. We got the debut of Lizzie Rain, who looks like she came right out of any 80s movie or a rock show you could ever see.
One that hit that cool finisher, right? Where like she jumped up and it almost looked like she put her foot on the person's chest and then like kicked them in the back of the head. Was
Might have
that her?
been.
I think
Might
it
have
was
been.
her. Yeah, because she, I mean, she looked like she was straight out of the 80s.
Might have been. Yeah, yeah.
But the finishing move was amazing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had no clue who she was, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
finisher was.
They just signed her in the last month or in the last month. Yeah, Lizzie Rain. She's actually the niece of the drummer of Iron Maiden. So there's that connection there. But
In case you didn't know.
in case you didn't know, yeah. There's that. It was just kind of new face after new face after new face. I don't think they're done yet. Is the thing. I think there's more coming possibly tonight as we shoot this, and in the weeks and months to come. Because now Evolve's got to get refreshed a little bit because Evolve kind of got a little empty there a little bit. So yeah, NXT just got refreshed all of a sudden, and it was like,
But again, that's what NXT is about, and it's not like it came as a surprise. They've known,
mm-hmm,
the plans for certain people to be called up, so it wasn't like, oh dang, we came to work today and all our talent's gone. So nothing surprising there. They anticipated every year. That's why they'd have NXT to develop these superstars. And I mean, we've talked a little bit about NXT over the past few months and just how incredible the talent is, and now they're getting to showcase it on the main roster, a lot of them, and so far they've delivered. I
yeah,
mean, Ethan Page, the little thing he's got going with Rusev against Javon Evans and Penta,
mm-hmm.
like, I mean, that's been entertaining. uh Fatal Attraction or whatever, Fatal
Fatal
Influence,
Influence,
Fatal whatever, I don't even know the girls' individual names. I just know they're all. I know JC Jane,
JC
and I
Jane,
can't remember the other two.
Fallon Henley,
Yeah,
Laney
I
Reed.
don't know why I always forget their name. I guess because I never see them wrestle. They're just always with JC Jane. But interesting little thing they've got going there. Of course, Ricky Saints stepped right in and put on a great match with Cody.
I
Like,
expected he would step up to Cody because they go way back. They're buds, really.
and
I
then
mean,
this Sol Ruka Becky Lynch thing last night was good till Sol slipped on
yeah,
the
that's the
corner.
oh,
But we've talked about that as well, about how when you do these moves, like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of heat online today about it, and I was like, man, chill out. Like that's gonna happen. I mean,
Nobody's perfect.
we've seen AJ Styles do it. We've seen LA not do it. We've seen some of the best. When you're talking about having to jump off of a rope, you've got to plant right. It it's gonna happen. I
It,
mean, you're gonna see it. She recovered nicely.
yes.
I saw people blaming Becky for the botch, saying the timing was off, and I'm like, well, yeah, the timing was off because she slipped.
She slipped on the rope.
The timing was she hit and bounce. So Becky's anticipating that, and she slipped and had to bounce again. And it looked like instead of bouncing from the second rope, she just bounced from the bottom. Kind of threw everything off a little bit. But I mean, the camera, they did a good job with the camera angle. You didn't really, from the angle it showed on TV, you could tell it was a little off, but wasn't a big deal. You could tell Soul was a little disappointed. You could kind of see the look on her face, but I thought she handled it well.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't think she sold it like oh, I just goofed up.
No. I just felt like though you could see she wasn't just 100% pleased, but I mean it's whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nerves. I mean,
yeah,
tell me you ain't gonna be nervous
oh
and mess that
man,
up too. I mean,
you get caught up in your first feud is with Becky Lynch, like that's big time.
nah, that literally
Like
big
that's
time Bex.
yeah. I mean it's
Literally.
that's big, and so and I thought that whole segment was hilarious. Becky's mock work there, and then when Soul came back talking
Mhm.
about she was the B word, and everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it.
Yeah.
Like I got a
Bleacher
kick out of
Report.
that, but
ESPN.
that's
Mm.
going to be an entertaining one. You can anticipate seeing Sol Ruca as your women's intercontinental champion sooner than later.
Yeah.
It's weird to me a little bit that these guys get caught up in there immediately, like fighting champions, like fighting. But it's
Not
whatever.
if you know. Not if you've
Yeah,
seen them for the last couple of years. No, it's not odd at all.
but I mean, like I could see how some of the other talent might be like, dude, we've been up here doing this, but it is what it is. But so far, they none of them have disappointed. I mean, the fatal influence thing, that's probably my least favorite of all of them so far. Not saying they've done anything wrong or it's been bad. I don't know. The others have just surpassed, I guess. Like I wasn't a big Ethan Page guy, but the whole thing he's got going, kind of teaming up with Rusev, the match they put on last night, that tag match was incredible. It was weird to me how I didn't like the finish, okay? Not necessarily because Page and Rusev won, because I figured they would. It was that Javon and Penta hit them with all these moves, and didn't finish them. And to close the match, Rusev slams Penta on top of the announce table, doesn't even break the table, then rolls them in the ring, and Page hits one move, and that's it. Like, it just, it was like such a good match with such a bleh finish for me.
Well, I don't think he meant to break the table for one, and those new announce tables don't break easy anyway.
No, but my point of that is it was just such a, to me, a weak that like you slam them on the part of the table that you see has all this give.
Hmm.
It's not like you're slamming them on a hard surface and then you roll them. Like compared to all the moves that Penta and Javon Evans were hitting all throughout the match, it was just like, dang, that's what's in it. Like I expected something a little better than that, but I don't know.
Well, it did.
It was
So
it was a good it was a good match though. I mean, it was a good match.
yeah, Ethan Page has been around a long time. He's grounded for the last 10 plus years. I mean, I know he was in Evolve originally before, and he used to be kind of bigger and heavier set a little bit. So he's got himself in good shape. But he's been just about everywhere but WWE um, for the last literally probably the last decade or more. So it's taken him a long time to get here, and he's here now. And so he probably should have been here sooner, but he's here now. So
So let's get into the Backlash card since Backlash is just a few days away.
Backlash is already this weekend.
Yeah.
Dang.
Once
Yeah,
again, ESPN2's airing the first hour. Thought that was cool.
good.
Going to talk a little bit about the whole TKO ESPN thing later, but that is one good thing that I will say they've brought to the table, is at least putting an hour of some of these PLEs on, so it kind of catches people's eye, catches people's attention.
Yeah.
And if I remember, if I heard correctly, the Braun Breaker Seth Rollins match is one of the ones that's going to
I
be in the
believe
first
that
hour.
is correct. Yes.
So if there's a match that's going to get some attention, that's one, man, because there's the build up for that match has been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And Braun speared the crap out of Seth last
Well,
night.
y'all see, I've been holding myself right. And
Ooh.
it's not because of that, but if I had, I bet Seth is sitting like this today. I'll just say that might have been one of the cleanest spears I've seen.
Mhm.
And Braun, I've kind of called out a couple of them lately where he didn't really hit them very flush. They weren't real clean looking against Seth. That one last night,
Mm.
that one looked like it folded. That was mirrored a little bit of the I Show speed spear. Like,
That's the greatest spear of all time.
yeah,
Sorry, Goldberg.
yeah.
Sorry, Roman.
But
The
that,
greatest spear of all time is Braun Breaker
yeah,
spearing I Show Speed
yeah.
in the Royal Rumble match.
But that one last night, man, that one was clean. Like that one looked like Rollins gonna feel that one for a few days.
I bet he is. I bet he is. And by the way, just me being a merch guy, that new Braun Breaker shirt where it's half his face, half the half dog, that's the Braun Breaker shirt to get, I think.
It's the first one he's had that I felt like was a decent shirt.
Yeah, and I got a couple.
Yeah.
But that one is like, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
I think for him, you need to break him away from the Vision.
He
My opinion.
I think he's headed that way anyway.
I think the Vision's time is almost done anyway. I think with the rise of him, and once again, I don't know if you noticed, but who was it? Someone came walking out, about to walk to the ring, and in the background again, you see Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory talking. So there's something happening. So I think the Vision is about at its end. The question is, where does Heyman go? Who does he latch on to?
Braun Breaker.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know that Braun Breaker needs them anymore, is the thing.
Well, Paul Heyman needs a guy to call a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Heyman can't just be there by himself doing nothing. He's Paul Heyman.
I would rather see someone that's not already main
Yeah.
a main guy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't know who it would be. But I mean, I guess for the time being, Braun Breaker would be the guy, to be a Paul Heyman guy. But yeah, I think Breaker, he's ready to be on his own. I think his mic skills are improving. I listen to him making fun of Seth Rollins is hilarious. I mean, he did it again last night talking to the Vision. It's funny. I still, his voice just kind of gets me a little bit because he's such a big guy and he doesn't have a deep voice at all.
He sounds like Scott.
Yeah,
That's fine,
but
though.
yeah, it is. It's just when you see him, you're expecting this deep, intimidating voice, and then when you hear him, you're like, wait, that's not what I thought I was going to hear. But his mic work's looking better. His in-ring work just continues to get better. Not that it was bad anyway, but it continues to get better. I know like the speed is his thing, but if he can learn to have a little more control when he's going that fast, he's going to be unstoppable. But I've just noticed he gets a little sloppy when he does the, trying to go super fast.
Well, he runs 23 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They clocked him at 23 miles an hour.
And it's
A human man running.
It's
So,
legit.
like, when he runs as fast as he can, he's speeding in a school zone pretty much. Like,
Well,
it's hard to have that kind of control.
When I watch him run down the ramp, like when they were showing him the shot the other day of him running down the ramp full speed going after Seth, I was like, if he trips and pulls a Titus O'Neil, like he is gonna tumble a long way. Like that's gonna hurt. If he ever trips,
he'll impale himself.
oh,
It'll be bad.
Like
I hope that never happens.
I hope not for his sake, because that ramp is long now, and he's running really fast down a ramp. that could get nasty.
Mm.
Like that could
And it
get
wouldn't be
nasty.
as funny as when it happened to Titus.
No, 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 no. I mean, like it would be some real shock and concern for a moment. Um, Speaking of shock and concern, this is totally off topic, but Chelsea Green had a little procedure.
She's up and walking.
Yeah,
Yay!
but apparently she's had a condition that they just haven't been able to, from the way I read it. I guess it's something that you have to catch as it's happening. Some kind of heart condition where her heart will just spontaneously like beat fast, like beat faster than it should.
Oh,
And I saw a thing where they said, the doctors finally caught it and were able to do something about it. So she's recovering. So we hope for a speedy recovery because she had just did that little segment with Tiffy in the back, and it was
yeah.
always entertaining when Chelsea talks. But
Well, I thought we were talking about her foot or her
no, no,
ankle.
no, no. She had a
I hadn't
heart.
seen or heard about that. I hadn't. That's
It's
news to
like
me.
it's called like I think it was SVT or something like that. But yeah, it's where
Oh,
where
that's
your
news to
heart
me.
where your heart just starts beating rapidly. But
Oh,
yeah, the way I read it, it's almost like that you have to kind of catch it as it's happening to doing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that's just the way I read it. But yeah, she had a procedure, I believe yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
wow.
And so I didn't see a timetable on how long she'll be out or anything, but yeah, it would just, there was a picture of her and Matt Cardona in the hospital, and she said something about on the road to recovery or something. And so, yeah,
I had no idea about
yeah,
that. That's news to me, and it's
yeah.
hard for things to be news to me.
Well, I mean, she was just on SmackDown Friday, so
Exactly. Yeah.
it was this weekend. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
so we wish her the best. Can't wait for her to be back.
Yes, we stand Chelsea Green on this show,
Yes,
as everyone does.
yes, I salute Chelsea. Um, yeah, I've got the new. If you want to grab that real quick. Yeah, I had to pick this up. We'll do a little WWE merch plug. I had to pick up the Cactus Jack Chelsea Green main event showdown.
So this is when Chelsea Green had a like a street fight against Meechin, I
Hmm.
think. Not the dumpster match. They had a dumpster match too, but she had a street fight or a hardcore rules match against Meechin, I think it was last year
Yep,
sometime. But she cosplayed as Cactus Jack
yep,
for that match, and the great guys at Mattel who are fans are like, we got to make that into figure form, so we're gonna make a 2-pack with her and Cactus Jack.
yep.
So that is that.
Yeah, I saw that at Walmart. Crazy. I didn't get it the first day I saw it, and I was kicking myself, man. I was like, God, I'm gonna go back, and it's not gonna be there, and I'm gonna be furious. I think
Hmm.
I went back the next day, and it was there, and I was like, yeah, it was the only one. And I was like, yeah, I'm grabbing that. I'm not walking out here twice without it because I
Yeah.
did that with the Trick Williams, and it was gone when I went back a couple of days later, and I hate myself for not buying it when I saw it.
Yeah.
So
That's happened to all of us
yeah,
collectors. We see something, we can't get it at the moment, and it's like, okay, when we can get it, we go back and find it, and it's not there.
yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. It's
It's like, dang it. But can't help it. But
yeah.
but sometimes you get lucky and it's still there, and
Yeah, or that you hit a random restock and you find one. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers for one of those.
yep.
But anyway, yeah. So back to Backlash. Io Sky and Asuka. You looks like we're going to get the culmination of that little feud. It's weird without Kyrie in it. Just
Yeah. Maybe Kyrie pulls an R-Truth like last year when R-Truth was released and then showed up at Money in the Bank.
I would love for her to come back at least for some closure. Like from what I've
Yeah.
read, it was more of a her decision to leave,
Yeah, I think she wanted to go back.
which
She
is
wanted to do
fine.
that before when she left the first time.
Yeah,
Just wanted to go back to Japan and be with her husband, I think,
yeah. But
which is understandable.
if we could just get her back for a night, just to maybe just to come in and interfere in the match,
Yeah.
or even after the match, just come out and knock Asuka out or something. Just
Yeah, yeah.
just to close the door on that.
Give us that moment that we were
That
waiting on.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
But I anticipate a great match there. I mean, both of
It
those
can't not be
ladies are
great.
amazing in the ring. Like,
Yep.
you saw the little video vignette where they were talking, and then Asuka spit the mist in her face, in Io's face, and then Adam Pierce comes out. and I gotta say, I gotta give Adam Pearce his flowers, man, because like to me, he's just a big old nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like, but his work as general manager, and I don't say this often about the general manager role of these shows, he does an amazing job. And when we talk about Roman here in a little bit, we'll talk more about him too. But I just gotta give him credit, man. He does a good job with that. Just the emotion he puts in it to make it seem real, you know. Like
He gets so mad.
man, like last night during the Roman segment, dude, I thought
He gets bent out of shape.
he was as red as my shirt, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sami Zayn, Trick Williams. So
Oh man.
the gingerbread thing, like they're having a funeral for the gingerbread man this week. I think that's cheesy as all get out, but man, I don't know. I think the match is going to be good. Um, I hope that it's more decisive in Trick's favor than WrestleMania was, but I can't see Trick not retaining the US title.
Which may be why he won't.
Yeah.
Maybe Sami Zayn has got this new lease on life where he just doesn't care if he's getting booed or not. He's gonna get on everybody's nerves anyway.
Fight dirty.
Maybe that helps him win back the US title. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But maybe it does. I don't know. Either way, yes, we suffered a loss Friday night on SmackDown. The gingerbread man outfit mannequin thing.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, and we're having the funeral for it
Yeah.
this Friday night on SmackDown.
When Trick Williams like throwing up the
Oh, I'm laughing now.
oh my god, this is goofy. I was just like, this is so goofy. This is
Mhm.
so goofy, but whatever, man, whatever. But you know, Trick versus Sammy will be a good match. Like I said, I can't see Trick not winning, but like you said, that might be a reason to put Sammy over and you know prolong this rivalry, whatever. You know, maybe push it into SummerSlam. I don't know. Because the question is, after like say Trick wins, you know, you put to rest the Sammy thing. Who's next?
Yeah, I don't think Sammy's not going to be like put to rest.
You don't think so?
Sammy's gonna keep going on until he gets what he wants. He's gonna keep up the momentum, whether we're cheering for him or booing him.
Yeah,
He's gonna keep that up, and he's gonna make something happen for himself.
yeah.
He always does. I don't know if it equals the U.S. title back for him or not at Backlash, but we'll see.
I hope not. I don't want to see a belt on Sami Zayn. I'm tired of Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn needs to take a vacation.
But if Sammy does get it back, then we're gonna want to see Trick Williams get it back.
Oh, of course.
So it's gonna build that once again. So
Of course. I mean,
you know.
without a doubt. And there's only 2 championship matches on the card.
Well, it's not Night of Champions.
No, it's not. But
It's Backlash. Even though Night of Champions one time
wasn't even all
was
the
a few title matches, but anyway.
I don't know, man. And this is something that's been going on for a while, but it's like some of these championships like hardly ever get defended. Like, when's the last time the Vision defended the tag team championships? How long has it been?
I believe
It was before WrestleMania.
I think it's when they won them. Is the last time that they were defended when the Vision won them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they haven't even defended them yet.
And in the Garden when I Show Speed helped them inadvertently win the World Tag Team titles.
Yeah. So it's like, and then who are the tag title champions on SmackDown?
See,
But that goes to my point. You never see these things. Oh, it's R-Truth and Damian Priest.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Which they actually have defended them.
Yeah,
but
they defended them this past Friday night, actually.
Yeah.
Against. Either way, they won. So
it was against Fraxium.
It was Fraxium. That's right. It was Fraxium.
Yeah.
It's been several nights, and a lot of things have come in and out of my mind since Friday night SmackDown. So
I've been on heavy medication, so my brain is foggy. I'm sorry.
I've worked a lot and slept little and been dad, and man, run around back and forth with all of that going on and trying to fit wrestling into my schedule. Yeah. So you don't always remember everything, but yeah.
Now, these last two matches on Backlash, these are the ones that I'm most excited about. Like, so let's talk first about the one that's not the big one. Uh, Kit Wilson and The Miz against Danhausen if he can find a partner. Now, the question is, who is going to partner with Danhausen?
Giant Gonzalez.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my, the Giant Gonzalez. Oh my.
I don't know who that is.
The Giant Gonzalez. It's not going to be Giant Gonzalez. He's passed away. But the 8-foot guy that wore the bodysuit with the fur on it faced the Undertaker at WrestleMania 9.
I don't recall that.
Formerly known as El Gigante. Oh my gosh.
I do not recall.
Wow, y'all. Okay.
But-
So comment to him about Giant Gonzalez. That was a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's no longer with us and hasn't been for quite some time.
Because I don't know who it is.
Let's see.
But for real, like who are we thinking?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, it's not going to be
anybody.
Pepsi Phil. You
No.
know.
That's CM Punk, by the way, for those that don't know that. CM Punk loves him some Pepsi. He has a Pepsi tattoo on his arm. His real name is Phil, so Pepsi Phil.
But I've been trying, like all day, I've been thinking, like who could it be? Now, Danhausen is obsessed with money. So
human
monies, yes. Let's clarify, human monies. So I'm like, but there's not a wrestler with like a money gimmick right now.
Ted DiBiase's not going to come out of retirement, I don't think.
No.
Either one of them.
I mean,
Senior or junior.
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon is like one of my top 5 ever. I am such a Shane McMahon fan. I would lose my crap if it was Shane.
I would bust my stitches if Shane McMahon comes out. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Had surgery last week, and so I'm a little tender. But I would absolutely jump up and bust everything going on over here if Shane McMahon comes out, because
I would not recommend that. I get it. Oh my gosh.
My wife would kill me. How freaking awesome would it be if Danhausen comes out and we're like, who's the partner? And it's like, here comes the money. Like,
can you see Danhausen doing the Shane show like he does?
But that's it, man. Like, how entertaining would that be?
Oh my gosh.
How entertaining would that be?
I love me some Shane McMahon. Always have. Except when he was heel, like a few years back, like the cage match against Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Braun. Like just kind of the time leading up to that, I was not a fan of Shane's work then. But man, when he is babyface and he is fighting against just rotten evilness and he is just like the goodest dude ever, I am a huge Shane McMahon fan. I don't think it's going to be Shane McMahon. It's wishful thinking, but man, would it be tremendous if it was.
That's my wishful vote, I guess you could say. My dream scenario.
Shane McMahon is one of my all-time favorites, and I'm not ashamed of it. I have a Shane jersey at home. I love Shane O'Mac. I am a Shane McMahon stan.
Shane O'Mac, man.
Shane O'Mac.
He's funny. He's very entertaining. Like, you would not. When I remember when he first stepped into the ring, I was like, this guy's going to be terrible. And then you watch him, and you're like, oh my god,
he's fearless.
He's good. Like, he's good. I don't know, man. Other than that, like, I don't know who it could be, because obviously Danhausen has no allies. Like, he hasn't made friends other than John Cena at WrestleMania.
Could be Cena-hausen.
Yeah, but
I don't see that happening. Who knows?
I don't know who it could be, but I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I watched another Danhausen video. I think it was yesterday or today. Excuse me. And he was going through. He was at some warehouse or something with all these like action figures and merchandise. And he pulls out a Vince McMahon puppet, and he was like, "Oh, who the hell is this?" They like Vince McMahon. He's like, "I don't know this guy."
Did you see when he? We're getting off on a tangent on Danhausen, but did you see when he showed up at the Miz and Maurice's their vow renewal all of a sudden?
Oh yeah,
in Vegas, WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
the day before WrestleMania or before SmackDown. and he cursed Maurice.
Yeah.
And Maurice got the cake in her face, and he's like, "Oh, vanilla. All right, see you later. Bye."
Then he shows up at their house, you
Mrs. At
know,
their
and
house. Oh my gosh, in their
oh my
pool, and
God.
eats their chocolate or
Yeah.
something, and makes it go back in Mrs. face, and drives off on his daughter's bike. Oh man.
Stole a Slammy.
Mrs. Slammy, yeah.
Danhausen, man. Everything he touches right now is gold. And if you're
Oh,
WWE, man, you just got to ride that wave.
it's good
Like,
stuff.
like you've got to ride that wave. He is so over. I mean, like every day, like I talk about his Instagram a lot. He like reposts people's stories and posts and stuff all the time. And everything from people painting their babies to grown women painting their face like Danhausen. Like he is over with every age, every
Oh yeah.
genre. Like he he is over, man. And you've got to ride that wave. I'm glad that they're getting him involved in matches now too. Um,
Well, he is a wrestler.
yeah. But I mean, his segments are so entertaining. But a guy like him has got to be tough to book.
Hmm.
You know, like to me it'd be a little tricky booking a guy like him, but I think his first real feud is just right on point. No one better than the Miz. You know, and I think we said it last week or the week before how underrated the Miz is, and just the work that the Miz is doing in this feud is amazing. I'm
Hmm.
enjoying it. When when Kit set that trap with the money in the briefcase and the free human monies, and Danhausen goes, "Oh, free human monies," and he pulls out 40 grand. He's like, "Oh, $400."
Yeah. And
And
nothing happens
the
with the
trap didn't
briefcase.
go off,
Yeah.
and then Miz and Kit walk out there and open it, and poof, it's in their face. And man, Miz is like, and then when he got beat up in the ring, and he comes out there, and he puts his hand on Adam
Just took off the
Pearce.
stuff on their face.
Yeah,
Like,
it,
didn't clean it off.
man,
There's
it's just so good, man.
Yeah.
Danhausen is a hit.
going to be some Danhausens for Halloween this year.
Oh,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
gonna be one of them. I'm just gonna tell you right now, that's who I'm dressing up as. So we'll do a Halloween show,
Oh yeah.
and we'll have to dress up.
Oh, that's a layup. Oh yeah.
There's a very good chance I'll be Danhausen. So Danhausen with a hat, because I don't do anything without a hat on. But other than that, you know, I'll have the full face paint and everything, because
Yeah.
you know that's a must have. Um, but that's going to be a fun match. That's going to be entertaining. And then we've got the big one for the night. We got Jacob Fatu and Roman. If you watched SmackDown last night,
Raw last night.
or Raw last night, sorry, yeah.
I got you.
Well, SmackDown on Friday,
Yeah.
Jacob was there,
And the Usos.
and the Usos,
Mhm.
yeah. But you know, Jacob's using the tongue and death grip. Uh, the Usos they're in a weird spot here. Like they're not really taking a side. It's like they're trying to talk sense into Jacob to get him in line, but they're not coming out and doing anything as far as when things happen with Jacob and Roman. So I'm curious to see at Backlash, because I've read different things, you know, that they're going to join with him and turn on Roman, which I think would be stupid. But I don't know, man. I'm curious to see where they fall in all this, if they do anything at all, if they step in at all. You know, Roman has said, "You're not here to serve me." You know, he doesn't want that. Um, so I'm interested, because I really thought last night on Raw they might come out.
Mhm.
You know, when everything started happening, I thought they might come out and try to separate them or something. They didn't come out at all. Roman hasn't said anything about them not coming out the past couple weeks. So, man, I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what they've got shaken there. What kind of the plan is there, but I like Jacob Fatu, but I haven't been just captured by this storyline. Like he was on ESPN this morning and he was like, anything to upgrade my household, anything to upgrade my household. You know, it's all gas, no brakes. He just keeps saying the same thing over and
You know
over.
what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm just like, you're not you're not selling me to your side with that. You know what I'm saying? Like your only beef with Roman is just you want what he has, so your beef is your jealousy. Like, is that what we're? I don't know, man. It hasn't it hasn't just real like what's reeled me in is Roman. Like Roman's emotion, Roman makes you feel like it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like when he pulled up last night to open Raw and he's walking up and where's he? Where he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? You
Yeah.
know, which by the way, side note, the little Roman Rollins
Yeah.
brief moment there,
You're in my way.
is that a hint of things to come? Possibly. Um, you know, WWE doesn't do anything unintentionally or by accident. Like that was a planned spot, obviously. Um, Interesting, if nothing else, to get the fans thinking. But then, you know, Roman storming off, yelling at Adam Pearce, you know, just talking to Pearce like a dog, man. Like which one's the GM and which one's the talent?
Yeah.
Like Roman is telling him, giving him the what for, you know. Um, but Roman's the reason I'm hooked into this. You know, like I just, which I said it in the beginning, when they first started this feud, the why is just kind of for me.
Well, so I've been sold on and just kind of hooked on with Jacob this whole time. Even when he showed up a couple years ago now with Solo, it was like
Yeah,
uh-oh, Jacob Fatu's
yeah.
finally here. Now business is gonna pick up. So now Jacob Fatu's gone. He was with Solo. I love you, Solo, and that was awesome. A great
Yeah.
role for him there, and then broke away from Solo, wound up beating Solo. Um, and now he's kind of here. You know, he beat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, so now he's in the main event picture. I don't know what else it could be story wise. I mean, it's if you want realism, I mean that's about as real as it gets. I don't think it's not jealousy. Um, you know, Jacob just wants what's his and what he's fought and long and hard for, and what he crawled out of the hole for, pretty much. You know what I mean?
But that, I think that's what I'm getting at though, is that you could be playing this line of like, I came up through all this, like I'm the head of this family, like I'm the one
Hmm.
that's overcome the most. I've fought through the most. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep. Mhm.
instead of just the trying to get my kids better schools, trying to get more food on my like like bro, you're making a ton of money. Like stop with that. Like that's not like I
Now,
think they could have
yeah.
played the role more of like you were saying like what he came through, you know, like
Hmm.
I didn't have it gifted to me like you did, Roman. Like I didn't, it wasn't laid out, the road wasn't laid out for me like it was for you, whether it was or wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
story, for story purposes, I just feel like they could have played it more that way. Because, like I said, listening to his interviews, it's just the same couple things over and over, and I'm just like, this isn't hooking me in. Like this isn't exciting. This isn't like I don't feel the intensity from Jacob like I do from Roman. Like when you hear Roman talk, it's just a whole different like Roman's taking
I
it
mean, but
personal
for
that he's coming for his title.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's not even about the talent on the mic. It's about how Roman's playing it, as in like bro, you're my family. You're betraying me by coming after me. You know what I'm saying? Like Roman's the reason why the story is even halfway interesting because of the way he's playing it. You know, as opposed to so because if it's just about upgrading blah blah blah, bro, you're a SmackDown person, so why didn't you go after Cody's title? Like so I feel like
Hmm.
from Jacob's vantage point, they could have played into the family card more, I guess is what I'm saying. Because
Hmm.
Jacob's not really making it about family.
He's making it about his family,
Right.
his immediate family, not.
But again, he could have done that on SmackDown,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a
So
good point and a good question. I don't know. Because I think creatively this is all going to lead somewhere that, you know, we're not seeing or thinking of right now.
Yeah.
So, everything's a means to an end as well. So
It is, and I know there's long-term storytelling here, and down the road we'll look back and it makes more sense. Um,
Mhm.
you talked about the Jacob and the Solo thing. I felt like that kind of came to an end a little too soon. I thought they could have played that a little bit more. I
Yeah,
feel like they rushed that separation. Um, and then Solo just got left with his MFTs that are falling apart at this point.
yeah.
Um, I
It,
did
it's,
like I did like Solo's work Friday, where he was telling the Usos, like Roman he ain't my tribal chief.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? And it almost looks like maybe we're going to see more of a family matter over the course of time. Maybe, I don't know. Again, long-term storytelling, but I mean, all that hinges on the results of Backlash.
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
I can't see Roman losing, but
I can't see Roman losing either.
there have been changes in the booking over the next couple months. He's not going overseas
Mhm,
to those, but again, remember he has leukemia.
mhm,
Travel a little different for somebody like him. With what he deals with, it could be something where doctors say, hey, it's probably not wise for you to make that trip.
mhm.
We don't know. They're not saying why he was taking off these bookings. The promotional posters for what is it? Is it Clash? Which one is it this time?
That's gonna be I think it's Night of
Night of
Champions
Champions, maybe.
next month.
Yeah, but there's two of them overseas that, and neither of them are on it. Roman or Jacob.
Mhm,
Which maybe they're doing that to not give away the ending. But you would think, their picture, even with or without the belt, would
mhm.
be on there, but they're not on any of the promotional posts right now, as of right now. So, um, just not sure, man.
Yeah, which is a good thing and a good place to be if you're
Yeah,
watching as a fan. We don't know what's around the corner. That's
yeah,
good. That's a good thing. We watch to find out.
yeah. I mean, I guess if it was that predictable, we wouldn't want to watch.
Yeah, we
You
wouldn't
know,
have much to talk about if it was
yeah.
that predictable.
But man, so we've touched on it a little bit week in and week out, and I don't know, man. I want to go on a rant, man, because we were talking about it before the show. Just how TKO, in my opinion, is ruining WWE, completely ruining WWE.
I don't think anyone would disagree.
I can't remember if we mentioned it last week or not, but I read where the rumor is why some of these people got released is because TKO isn't a fan of the darker characters. Like, bro, wrestling is built around dark characters. You're one of your top characters of all time. The Undertaker was a dark
There
character.
you go.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we
Wow.
doing? What are we doing, man?
Yeah.
Like between that, um, apparently all the mid card wrestlers right now are a lot of them are being asked to renegotiate their contracts. TKO has a record year in profit, and they're wanting talent to renegotiate and take a pay cut.
Doesn't seem right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Hey, we want to reward y'all's hard work and maximize how and celebrate how we maximize profits this year by decreasing your salary.
Yeah. And rumor has it wanting WWE itself to slash its budget, which is,
All the while they're raising ticket prices,
oh my
adding more and
gosh.
more advertisements during premium live events, like making the overall experience outpriced for the average customer,
Mhm.
average consumer, average fan, and honestly, like less enjoyable. Like, and I saw a post earlier today, and some people were like, "Well, advertisements are everywhere. Just get over it." They weren't everywhere in our
Because
wrestling.
they
Like
weren't.
we were able to watch premium live events without ads.
Yes.
Like we already have to pay for your subscription.
Yep.
Why am I having to get the advertisements?
And we pay for it ad free, by the way.
Absolutely.
At least I always did. I
Absolutely.
always have. Darn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. But we're still having to get ads in this stuff.
I mean,
Not to
ES,
mention the ads all over the ring.
yeah, ESPN doesn't have the option for ad free,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You know.
Like I just, man, it's destroying it for me. Like there's more commercial breaks now than ever.
Mm.
People are like, well, you watch YouTube, there's commercials. Yeah, but I'm not paying for YouTube. That's
It's
different. I'm paying for the ESPN Ultimate BS package. Like
yeah,
I don't want your commercials. If you want to put a logo in the corner of the screen saying this match is sponsored by, cool.
that's fine.
I'm cool with that. You want to
That's
put it
fine.
in a ticker across the bottom, I'm cool with that. But for there to be commercial breaks between every match at the premium live event to the point where an hour and 50 minutes of matches is a 3.5 hour premium live event, that's embarrassing.
It's not right.
Like, it's horrible.
Hmm.
Like it is absolutely horrible. And that's what WrestleMania both nights was. You had less than 2 hours of matches for a 3.5, 4 hour show. And there wasn't a lot of backstage talk. There wasn't interviews. There wasn't any video packages. Like there was minimal of that stuff. It was all freaking ads. It's
And
disgusting.
even Penta coming out dressed as a Mortal Kombat character for the sake of promoting the movie. Drew McIntyre did the same thing last year, and he yanked that stuff off as
Mhm.
fast as he could when he got in front of the ring.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's just they've gone overboard with the ads and the promotion of other stuff. I
yeah,
mean, less is more. You know, I don't mind it. I didn't mind the cinemojis hanging around. You know, ringside when they were promoting. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I remember it was Ray and Dom at WrestleMania. I remember that
yeah,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was all over the apron, the LED boards and everything around ringside, and they had the cinemojis out there right before the match. But they didn't stay out there.
yeah.
They
The Prime Station outside the ring, whatever.
yeah. At least they got used. And
Yeah,
Logan Paul's a talent, so there's that.
yeah.
That makes sense.
And I don't mind like boxing. You have them on the mat. Uh, I don't mind a couple,
Yeah.
but there's like one in each corner, then there's one in between each corner, then you have the big one in the middle.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Like,
And then at WrestleMania, you had the folks that put their names with that signed up to have their name on the mat, and they
mhm.
get that sent to them. The mat just is cluttered.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
it's very cluttered. It's very cluttered. I liked when they first started doing like the WWE logo on it,
yeah,
or like
or the
even
show
when it
logo.
was just the Prime logo. But I think
Yeah,
I think the show logo or like one main sponsor would be fine.
yeah,
But having them all over the ring, man, it's just too much, man.
yeah. It is. It is. I had a thought about it. The turnbuckle pads.
Yeah.
Half the turnbuckle pads at WrestleMania had Credit One on them.
Hmm.
The turnbuckle pads.
Yeah.
Like, good grief.
Yeah. It's everywhere, man. And then after all that, you're trying to cut salaries. like, like it makes no sense. It's just greed. Like the WWE is not the UFC.
No.
Like that may work for the UFC, but I'll be honest with you, that was part of my, what's the word I'm looking for? I, it was part of what didn't appeal to me about UFC. Was to me there was like, God,
Mm-hmm.
there's ads all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
tons of ads, tons of commercials. I don't want to watch all that. I don't want to watch 5 hours of programming for
Yeah.
half that time in matches or fights. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll wait and watch it later where I can fast forward through the BS. It's what I do for Monday Night Raw. Hardly ever watch Raw
Exactly.
live.
And I can't. First of all, because I have kids,
Yeah.
and I wait for them to go to bed before I watch anything. Even before that, I mean, I always just kind of got a shower, ate dinner, and just kind of. We have the ability of DVR and
Mhm.
on demand, so you can just go back and watch it from the start whenever you want to, as it airs, and
What I love
skip through the
about
commercials. I've done that for years and years now.
what I love about Netflix is that you can start it 30 minutes late, start it from the beginning, and then you can fast forward through the commercials, and you don't ever really catch up to live, um, for the most part. But But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do that before I sit and watch all the commercials. But with ESPN, you don't have that option. When you had WWE Network, if you weren't there for the beginning of the show, you could just start the PLE from the beginning. It was awesome.
Yeah,
WWE Network was the greatest thing for wrestling fans.
it was a dream come true.
And it did not last near long enough.
No, it became so successful that everybody, that Peacock wanted it, and then they thought, oh, let's outsource it and sell it to everybody else and make more money off of it. That's what they've done.
Yeah.
And for us as a fan, that's a bummer. And it's and listen, I'm a TKO shareholder. That don't mean that I have any vote or say in all this stuff, but yeah, I'm ready to see TKO go home.
Yeah.
You here's the door, TKO. We need to see you out.
I never thought I'd say this, but I miss Vince McMahon.
Absolutely. I miss Vince. I miss Vince.
Yeah.
We miss Vince.
Yeah.
We miss him. All the mistakes he's made, but all the good that he made, making this product, giving it to us, having it be ours but his at the same time. He did more for. Now we see like what all he's done. Like he actually loved and cared about us fans. He didn't outprice us. He didn't.
Well, I think that's what this has done is it's opened our eyes to see how good we had it with Vince. Because when we had Vince, we complained, which there were things to complain about. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
You know, he found his favorite wrestlers, and that's all you saw. You know, for the most part. But Vince McMahon cared about the fans
and the product
for
us.
Yeah, like a lot of the mistakes he made was just because he was doing what he thought was best for the business. Like, and when I say the business, not his pockets, but the wrestling business. And there's a difference. TKO is doing what's best for business, but it's for their business. So they're raising ticket prices. Freaking t-shirts on WWE Shop are 40 and 50 bucks, man, for a freaking t-shirt. Like, that's insane.
I got this on a buy one get one free at Aeropostale, McCain Mall in Little Rock. I got this on a WrestleMania 17 Austin Rock shirt, and one of them, either this one or the other one, was free.
Yeah.
So
it's like I get on WWE Shop and I'm like, man, I want some new shirts or whatever, and I'm like, $39.99 for a t-shirt.
You gotta wait till they go on sale. They slash them and then go on sale. Wait a minute. So
I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna pass. Like I'm not paying $40 and $50 for a t-shirt. You know, and I know people say, well, the price of everything's going up. No, I can go to, what is that place? There's a Spencer's that has a couple of wrestling tees. I can go there and get one for 15, 20 bucks.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not bad. Like I'll go buy something else. I'll go buy third party. Like it doesn't have to have the WWE label in it for me.
Yeah. 500 Level is a good site. Homage is a good site. And they're WWE licensed shirts, but they're all there.
Yeah.
So those are my two favorites outside of WWE Shop. You know, WWE Shop, I just wait till stuff goes on sale.
Yeah.
Give it a month or so.
Or till I get, like every now and then I'll get a coupon code. Because now that they're teaming with Fanatics, like Fanatics sends me $10 off all the time.
Yeah.
So like my Ulafala, I got $10 off of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I just hope that they have your size.
Yeah. At that point when it goes on sale, you just got to hope they have the size.
If you are a large, fingers crossed. I mean,
just buy an extra large and hope it shrinks a little bit. Because but it's just we're getting priced out all across the board, man. Like even things like the action figures, man. Like they're getting insanely high.
I think Elites are $25 now in store.
Yeah.
And I remember when the Mattel line launched, these were called basic figures. Shout out like Hollywood. They were $10. $10. And for the longest time, that was by design, like $10, where it's like if kids want just an action figure and affordable, and it's something else that supports every other thing they've got going on, the Elite style figures, the Ultimate Editions, etc. You know, boom bam, there that is. Those are like what, 12, 13 now?
I think they're like $12.99 now.
Something like that. Ultimate editions are like $40
Mhm.
in store.
Yeah.
Well, that may be a little high, but I mean, they're still high.
They're either 35 or 40. I think they may be 34.99.
Yeah, talking about these kind of ultimate editions where it's the figure plus the gear plus
Yeah.
multiple interchangeable, you name it.
I think those are 34.99, and then the other ones are like 24.99
The
maybe.
elite, yeah,
The
the
elites,
elite,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and then the dual packs are 23.99, I think is what they were.
something like that.
I mean, everything's just getting higher and higher and higher,
I
man.
remember 30 years ago, literally this year, the WWE, the Jax line launched the first series of bone crunching action figures, and
Mhm.
they looked at first sight horrible and cartoony, but they were figures.
Mhm.
We had a figure drought there for a number of years, except for the Just Toys Bendums, which, if you were like me, they never advertised them, anything for them. The only time I ever saw those was in a WWE magazine. They used to have the catalog in the middle of the magazine, and they had like 4 of them. But I never saw them in person in the store because where I live, if Walmart didn't have them, that was it. It was
Bro, I
bust.
remember I could go to Fred's and get a 2-pack of the thumb wrestlers
Yeah,
for like $8.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But I remember seeing those just like unannounced, unadvertised, knew nothing about them, and there they were on the pegs. I was just like, Shawn Michaels in that blue gear, one of my favorite figures of all time. Just I go back to just the very few times have I had just sheer joy in my life. Like, obviously, getting married, the birth of my kids, I mean, going to WrestleMania for the first time. I mean, just that was just like, oh my gosh, like the year's drought is over. Like, I got Shawn Michaels and Goldust that day. That Shawn, Goldust, Undertaker, Bret Hart, Razor, and Diesel in that first
Yeah.
line. Razor and Diesel were already in WCW by this time.
Yeah.
So, and the next series, I don't think I've told this story on here before or not. I'm going to tell it quickly if I hadn't. But like, I used to write letters to the headquarters, like like a year or two before this, requesting new figures. And one of the things that I would request would be a glow in the dark Undertaker. Series 2 of that line, there was a glow in the dark Undertaker. So I've always taken credit for it. I've never seen anybody else take
Thank your
credit
boy
for it.
Billy.
So I mean, if my wife got me one minimum card for Christmas a few years ago. So because it's, to me, that's the figure I pitched and it got made. So um, yeah, and then it's just not stopped ever since,
Yeah.
pretty much for me. So Mattel took over the license. Thank goodness, because Jax was putting out some crap there for a number of
Yeah.
years. Nothing in scale, nothing proportionally correct. I mean, Rey Mysterio and Kane were the same size, for goodness sake. That's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No.
We're way too advanced for that. Come on. Yeah, Mattel's had it since 2010, and yeah, but they've very few mistakes have they made.
My only knock with Mattel's figures is that they do an awesome job on the men. But like, so in that Hulk Hogan there, Sol Ruka has her first figure
I got
in
the Soul
WWE.
Ruka the other day, as a matter of fact. I got it.
I didn't buy it just because it didn't look anything like her.
Oh, it looks like her. It looks like her in NXT a couple years ago.
I looked at that and I was like, who is this? Like, this doesn't look like her. But I feel like that about all the women. Like, I don't feel like any of them just look really spot on like the men do. Like the Alexa's not bad. That
I
one's
mean,
not.
that looks like Alexa to me.
I don't know, man. It's just not near as good as they do with the men, in my opinion. In my opinion, the Chelsea up there looks pretty good, which I know y'all can't see all this. The Rhea's not bad, but I don't know, man. Like with the men's, like I just look at the men's and I'm like, dang, man, they freaking killed it on those. Like that's like that Drew McIntyre back there, that CM Punk, like that's spot on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wasn't real impressed with the Soul Ruka one. Eventually, I'll buy it, but
They'll be an elite, I'm sure.
yeah, I'll
Probably
probably
this
wait
time
on
next
that
year.
one.
Yeah.
But I didn't grab that one that was there
I
in the
did.
regular line.
I did.
But a part of me wants to just because it's her first one, But
hmm
I don't know. If I see it again, I may grab it. But I don't usually buy just the regular ones. I try to wait until at least an elite comes out. But
hmm
anything Hogan, I'm going to get. If it's a Roman or an Uso that doesn't look exactly like one I've already got, I'm probably going to get it. A Bliss, a Green, I'm going to get.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm going to pass on most of them.
I try to get all of them that I can. I mean, if one looks similar to one that I've already got, or if I've got like sometimes Mattel will re-release figures from back in the day from the vault. They'll re-release them for folks that didn't have a chance to get them then. Those I will skip because I've probably got them already.
With some of the elites, like with Roman, like if he's just got a different shirt, I
Yeah, yeah,
may
yeah,
or may
yeah,
not get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like I'm just like, it's just like the one I've already got, minus the
You need
T-shirt.
like one Roman with the red Superman punch
Yeah,
gauntlet. You need one with the black and white. You
yeah,
need one with the
the
gold.
gold.
You don't need the same Roman with just like a different shirt or like the
Yeah,
hoodie. Nah,
and so
I can see that.
like I've got OTC Roman up there. I've got uh, I've got the Shredder Roman. The Shredder Roman is one of my favorites as a Ninja Turtle guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got the Greatness Among Us. Um, I've got the one with the WWE Championship with the Ulafala in red. I got the Bloodline white shirt. I feel like I've got more somewhere. I don't know. I can't keep up. I got so much crap in here.
Funko Pop.
I've got several Funko Pops of them. Yeah. So,
Yeah, let's see. I mean, we could talk about figures. My gosh, we could do a whole show on that
oh,
with me.
figures,
With me,
cards, man. Like I go crazy collecting
merchandise
figures and
alone, we
cards.
could do
Yeah.
a whole like week of shows with me. I like if or more. That's my stuff.
My prized is the ultimate Bray Wyatt autographed figure that I have over there in my case. I'll bring it out one day for the show.
Yeah, I have the white sheep mask autographed by Bray Wyatt, Luke
Oh,
Harper, and Eric Rowan,
nice.
and I got it all, WrestleMania 30 access. Both Tana and I met them, and
Oh man, I'm
I've
jealous.
got picture of Bray signing it or them signing it as I'm standing there with them.
Oh man, I'm jealous. Never got to meet Bray.
Yeah, he was shook his hand, had a big smile on his face. Um, they all three were super nice. They really were.
When I met Hogan, you couldn't take anything to get autographed. You had to either buy the hat or the beer. So I
Yeah,
bought both and got those autographed. But
I've got the 2K art card that came with the game one year that Hogan hand signed.
oh, nice.
And I saw Hogan's autograph on those cases, and it didn't look right to me because
Yeah,
he's had a fuller autograph. His autograph's pretty distinct, and
yeah.
that didn't look. He didn't do it all the way,
The
you know.
ones on the beer cases, you could tell he was just.
Yeah, he was just
But
could.
he signed the hat like with me on the bill of the hat. It's in the
Yeah,
same case over there, and it looks much better than the beer.
yeah,
But you got the beer one, like you paid the whatever to meet him, and you got the beer one. But you could buy a hat, and he would hand sign it right there with you. So, but you couldn't bring any merchandise or anything from the sign, which sucked.
yeah. I wanted to bring because I have the '87 version, the WWE Championship, and it's the F logo too, which
Oh,
is hard to come
nice.
by. I have it.
Yeah,
I would have had him sign that,
yeah,
but they said no. So, but I still had his autograph on that 2K card. I just wanted to basically just meet him and say thank you for your career and just
yeah.
get a picture with him. That cost me nothing. So,
Speaking of, if you haven't watched the documentary,
and I haven't yet.
it was a tearjerker for me. I cried. My wife thought something was wrong with me. She was just kind of like, "What?" But yeah, it, it. I cried, man. I did it. And I read something the other day that the director said they left so much on the floor, on the cutting room floor, that they could do a whole nother show or series with it. But which I would love, by the way. If you want to do it, do it. I can't get enough Hogan. But and I mentioned it a little bit last week, but man, you see not just Hulk, but you see Terry.
Hmm.
You get to know Terry Bollea. Knowing that that was his last interview, it was just sad, man. And
I'm gonna get around to it. It's been tough for me to get around to extra stuff outside of the regular weekly
yeah,
programming. I've got a full my WWE Vault playlist on YouTube is just growing and growing, and I just don't have time to
I
hit it
think
like I
the
did.
I think the Hogan
But
documentary is 5 episodes, if I remember right.
I'm
For
gonna get around to it. I
four,
just
it's 4 or 5 episodes, 50 something minutes each. But well worth the time. Whether you're a Hogan fan or not, it's well worth the time. Just seeing an in-depth look at some of the demons he was facing, and then some of the misconceptions about him. It was interesting. You got positive wrestlers takes, and then you got Bret Hart on there being an absolute hater, and I want to punch him right in the mouth. But I've never been a Bret Hart fan anyway, so screw Bret.
Bret Hart's my favorite wrestler of all time, actually.
Well,
Not that I agree with everything he says,
Bret
because I
Hart,
don't. But
Bret Hart can eat one because I think he's just a bitter old man. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I don't disagree.
Definitely check it out. But got Backlash Saturday night. I think it starts at 6 Eastern time. The pre-show will be on at, I want to say, 5 Eastern on ESPN2. Then you get the first hour of Backlash at 6 Eastern on ESPN2. The rest will go over to ESPN Unlimited. So put that on your calendar to watch. Next week, we'll be back to talk about the fallout of Backlash. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about, plus the Raw after. So we've enjoyed it again, as always. Looking forward to some things coming up. One day we want to do a retro episode. I've got a buddy that I work with, Darren. He's from the Houston area, and so back in the old school days where it was more centralized around the Houston area, he got to actually meet a lot of those guys. So he's been begging to come on the show and talk old school wrestling. I promised him we're going to get to it. So
that'd be great.
After Backlash, I figured it'd be right up your alley.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
Looking forward to that, Darren. I promised you we're going to get you on to talk about it. We are going to get you on. Let us get through Backlash, and we're going to get you on to talk some old school wrestling. But I'm Rusty. This is Billy for Rusty and Billy's Wrestling Adventure. We appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you guys next week.
4 letters, one word. Stop.